now, right? It works? Okay, good. We're going to do a fast... Oh, this stove's a little dirty, huh? Boy, wouldn't it be nice to make all my videos on a professional set with a beautiful kitchen, and a clean house, and quiet kids? It's not going to happen. So I'm just going to start cranking these videos out when I feel like it, how I can. Today we're going to do, I don't know how long, it's going to take 5-10 minutes. This is really easy. People like my cooking, so I'm going to show you how to cook some really fast Italian that the kids will like. Here's what we need. So come over here. Let me show everybody what the ingredients we need. Come over here. Here's what you need. A can of tomatoes. I don't know, how big is that? 28-ounce can of whole peeled tomatoes. A basil plant. These are nice to have around. They smell nice, they look pretty. Some olive oil. It doesn't matter what kind, as long as it's extra virgin olive oil. Don't buy that stuff in the big cans. That stuff tastes like motor oil. Ugh. Even if it's extra virgin, it's just the crappy stuff. Okay, a pound of pasta, kosher salt to salt the water, and 4 cloves of garlic. If you like garlic, you can add more. If you don't like garlic, you can add less or none. And if you want sausage, you can chop up some Italian sausage, cook Italian sausage in a pan, and then throw it in the sauce. But today, just a bare bones peasant sauce. That's what we're making. It's called peasant sauce. So come over here. Here's what you're going to need to cook with. You need a frying pan. So you need to saute in here. And then you need, here, show this right here. You're going to need a pan to cook some water, okay? Fill it up enough that you can put a pound of pasta in there and the pasta isn't all bunched up in a big soupy, starchy mess. It has to be, they have to be swimming around. They have to be having fun. You have to have fun. The pasta has to have fun swimming around in the pot of water. So start this off right away because this is going to take the longest. We're going to start boiling that. And then take your kosher salt. If you use regular granulated salt, am I in the video or are you just in my hands? If you're gonna put the, if you're gonna use something like, that's all holds. The bigger the salt particles, the less you're gonna use. Because if you use like a fine ground salt, you're gonna get a lot more salt out of it because there's less airspace in the box. So all you're gonna do is just like this. Here, show them inside here. Show the surface of the water. Here's what you're gonna do. Go like this with the. That's it. Salt the water. There it is. That's how much salt you need. What's the measurement on that? I don't know. I'm writing a cookbook eventually. I mean, I wrote it actually. I didn't write down how much salt I needed in the water, but salt the water to flavor. That was, I'll take a guess and say 2 tablespoons. I like salty pasta. All right, here's what's next. Now we're gonna make the sauce. Cutting board. So, you're gonna want a sharp knife. I've already sharpened it, not too much. It probably gets a lot of abuse. Let's run this a little bit more. Hey kids, back up so she can do this.
Yeah.
All right.
Back up.
We're gonna just throw a little bit more of an edge on this.
Sit and watch.
Keep me in the video, please. All right, so we're using smashed garlic. So this takes the work out of the. You don't need knife work for this because there's no mincing and none of that. So if you hurt yourself doing this, then you need more lessons. You maybe chop off the little stem first, but otherwise just take out the paper. Wow, that fell apart really easily. That's good. All right, so we'll just cut that. Yeah, see, so you can crush it and then take the paper off. It usually makes it easier to take the paper off. You crush it first. That goes in the garbage. So I think that was my problem. I blasted that first one. So yeah, give it a light crack now. Just shake it. Good? We're good? Okay, we had a technical issue with the phone. Low production value, like I said, but that's not the point. The point is that you get the recipe.
Rocco.
Garlic. So you don't want the paper in the sauce. Clean that over here. Give that a little extra smush, a little smush, a little smush, a little smush. And then, olive oil. Come over here. I'm going to turn this on now. I'm going to get that hot. How much olive oil do I use? I don't know. I don't measure that either. I'm still very much old school Italian. Just a little pinch of this, pinch of that. But I've been doing the same way for years. So that's how much you use. Cover the bottom of the pan, right? You wait for it to start to shimmer, usually. Well, actually I like to put it in there and heat the garlic up while I'm doing that. And then once it starts...
Dad, it looks purple on camera. It looks purple.
Yeah, cool, man. It does look purple. It's a purple stove, man. So we get that once it starts sizzling and you hear it cooking. Then it's ready for the next phase, which is we add the sauce.
Elvis Italian Elviso.
Shh. Be quiet. Hey, get your own video. All right. Next, I'm going to open this can of whole peeled tomatoes. And you can break these tomatoes up either way by hand. You can tear them up by hand, or you can get lazy and use a potato masher.
Dad, I'm trying to see.
I'm going to use a potato masher.
I need to see.
What? What's going on here? Yeah, move out of the way. Let her sit here.
Move.
Okay.
Move.
No, hey, come over here. It's making noise. No, come over. You don't need to sit. Come here. Listen to the garlic sing. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. I was supposed to play music. Usually I play. If you play something like Dean Martin or Frank Sinatra, it comes out better. It tastes better. It does. Or not. It sounds good. It sounds good. I don't think the food cares. Yeah, okay, so that's cooking. We're going to turn that down. I was just trying to get that hot. It's good. Put that in there. So you want to watch out for this thing, though. If you take this in and you go, what's going to happen is those tomatoes are going to pop. So what we want to do first is stab holes in them so that they're not little bombs when you go like this. See, because if you just stab one, if you don't stab it and then you squash it, it'll squirt. And you'll have tomato juice all over the place. You just want to break up the tomatoes. You can do it by hand. That's how I learned how to do it originally. And then I think what happened was I added to a very large pot with a lot more oil and some other stuff in it maybe, and it was too hot to put my hands into, so I used a masher, and now I'm just used to using the masher. Does not matter. The point is the recipe is this simple. Okay. Turn that back up, let that start cooking. Let it reduce a little bit. And then we're gonna cut right now, and then we'll start again once that reduces and the pasta's boiling. Now you press the stop button. Okay, no, don't. Okay, so it's recording now, yes? Yes, okay. See it? All right, the water's ready. Pasta in the water. Yay! Don't add oil to the water. Why? Because it's not going to stick to the pasta. After the pasta's done, you drain the water. You don't wash it with more water because you wash off the starch that helps the sauce stick to it. So just dump off the water, put the pasta back into the pot, and then put more oil on it and stir it up. And then it gets the oil on it and it won't stick. Anyway, so that's that. And I also like to give this a little stir so that they don't stick. Because if you just dump it in and walk away, that can cause problems. This is done here. I try to simmer and not boil, because if you boil things and you destroy the flavor. So simmer, don't boil. And if it reaches a boil, it's fine. You're not going to kill your meal. Well, what we're going to do now is add the basil. We want this on very low heat because we add the basil fresh right before we eat it. It's going to heat up and mix, but we don't want to add it before it gets too hot because then we lose some of that freshness. So you can be fancy and roll a chiffonade, which is, I think it's called a chiffonade, where you put a bunch of the leaves together. Well, I'll just do it. I think this is called a chiffonade, or you can just take the leaves, tear them up, and throw them in. But I like a lot of basil, so. What?
Can I record now?
No, you do the next one.
Okay.
That's not a very good roll up here. Let's try this. Let's try this like we know what we're talking about. I'm probably supposed to remove the stems, but that doesn't really matter so much. You just roll this up and then cut these into little strips. Or you could just take the leaves off the plant, throw them in whole. Whatever. Just get the basil in the thing. The whole point of this recipe is 4 ingredients. Tomatoes, garlic, olive oil, what's the other? And the basil. Did I forget anything? Is that all of it?
Yeah.
That's all. There you go. So that's the whole point. I want you to have this really fast, easy recipe that kids love. And adults too, but I'm really making this for because it's quick and easy to make.
Is it gonna be for me, Hannah and Rocco?
If you want to eat it, we gotta get out of here after this video is done. Yeah, and that's it. We just let this cook. Then we'll come back after the pasta's cooked. So pause that, and then I'll just splice this all together. Hey, we're back. So now the water is boiled. I said so. Again, I gotta stop saying so. The water has boiled. We dumped it into a colander. Come look. Come see. Come see. Come over here and look. Hey, I'm talking to the camera. You, the camera lady, come look. I'm dumping it into a colander. I don't know who's watching. Maybe they don't know how to use a colander. See, dump it in there. It's got a bunch of holes. The water goes through it. Oh, I lost one. Just dump it right back in here. Hey, no. Dump it right back in there. Boom. Okay. Right.
So, Dad.
Burners up. Then we do it. Look, look. Hey, hey, over here, over here. Okay, and then dump a bunch of that oil on there. Okay. Oh, we mixed it up. Oh, lost another one. Got a straggler. Oh, get that. Okay.
It's a
Okay,
banana.
one more thing. Ready? Almost done. Look. Hey, over here. He's not in the video. Me. It's about me. It's about me and my pasta. Look. Right.
Can I have
a couple ladles there. No, we gotta go. You can have it when we come back. Yeah. Ready? Oh, we need a little piece of garlic there.
Yeah.
There we go. Boom. Take a picture of that. The chip bowl and everything. There you go. Okay. Beautiful, right?
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right. And, no, what are you taking pictures for? I guess take pictures. That's it. Peasant sauce. So, as long as it... So, I'm not saying so. There it is. Peasant sauce. It takes as long... The length of time will be from the time to get the water to boil and then the time to make the pasta. Which is, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes. Maybe faster if you got one of those cool induction stovetops or whatever. That's it. Thanks for watching. All right, turn it off.